Hello and welcome to this new video about how to integrate Gatling with GitHub Action. So today we will load test our e-commerce website, which is a simple e-commerce website. You can buy e-bag, you can buy bottle or Gatling t-shirt. So now let's go into the IGE to see how we will load test this website. Okay, so now we are on our simulation, which permit to load test our application. So first what we do is importing the library. After that, we create the HTTP protocol with the URL of our application, the good accept headers and the good user agent headers. After that, we create a scenario which only go to home. And after that, we also put an assertion which permit to verify that the number of failed requests is under 1. And after that, we have the setup, which is a way that Gatling will send the user to your website. And what now is 10 people at once. After that, what you need to do is packaging this for Gatling Enterprise. So Maven Gatling Enterprise package. And this will create a jar file into target. So we also have a GitHub Action workflow in this repository. So the first thing we do is getting the simulation ID as an input. After that, we put the simulation ID and the API token as environment variable. After that, we check out this repository. We set up Java and Maven. We applied the simulation into Gatling. So for example, if you make new modification, we'll upload it directly into Gatling. And after that, we run the simulation on Gatling. Okay, so now we are on Gatling Enterprise because first we need to create a simulation. So first we will go into simulation, create a simulation, test as code, create a new package. In its name, I will put my store GitHub. In team, I will choose the default team because it's a team which is in charge of this application, but you can choose other team. After that, I will just get the file. So my jar file, create a new one. I will give a name, so master GitHub. Now you can choose a simulation, so I will choose masters. On manage, I will choose multiple locations, so I will choose Dublin and Paris because it's where I've done the most of my sales. After that, you can also put some parameters in the load generators. So for example, Java system properties or environment variable. So if you need environment variable to know in which environment you are, for example, you can put it directly here. After I click on save, because right now we don't really need to launch it. And now we will need to set up a GitHub action. So first, what you need to do is going into API token, create a new API token. So give it a name. So GitHub action, for example. Organization role will be configuration because we will need to, after in the CI/CD, to upload package and run simulation. On team, I will choose default team because I'm responsible for this application. And configure because I need to be able to start and create packages. Okay. After that, you click on save, you copy it. And now let's go into GitHub action. Okay, so now what we need to do is first going into settings, going into secret and variables and action, create a new repository secret, and secret you put your API token. And on name, you will need to put Gatling Enterprise API token. Now you add your secret. After that, we are back into Gatling Enterprise. So now we will go into simulation. We have master GitHub. We will copy our simulation ID, so here, and we will put it into our workflow. Okay, so now we are in action. What we need to do is click on build and update Gatling Enterprise. On run workflow, you will put our simulation ID and run workflow. We click on this. We wait for the GitHub action to start. We click on run. Okay, so now first we check out this repository. After that, we set up the JDK. After that, we build our Gatling simulation as a package and we upload it to Gatling Enterprise. And after that, we run our simulation. So now let's go back into Gatling Enterprise. So now if I go into sources, we saw that our Gatling package was updated. Now I will go into simulation, master GitHub, and now we see that we have a new run which is building. So now we will just wait for this simulation to finish. Okay, so now we see that our simulation is finished. We see that our assertion is successful. We have also a small summary of our simulation, and if we click on report, we have the full list of data, so for example, the request timeline, the number of requests by second, the response time percentile, etc. Now, if you go back into GitHub Action, we also have some KPI. So for example, we have the time, we also have the assertion result, and we also have the run report URL and the run history. Also, since the assertion is successful, the pipeline go well. If the assertion fail, the pipeline are stopped. Okay, so now that you know how to integrate Gatling with GitHub Action, feel free to try Gatling Enterprise. Also put in description how you use GitHub Action with Gatling Enterprise. And see you in the next video.